Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Baby Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday night. Oh goodness, I'm barely making it in here before midnight. Sorry about that. I meant to do these earlier, but the day got away from me. I slept late because I went to bed late in the wee hours of the morning. It happens when I'm a night owl. I think that's been well established. My hair didn't want to act right, so in a ponytail it went. And I look like a ragamuffin because, well, I've been working in my room. And working on the stash. The yarn stash, that is, if y'all notice. I'm going to move my chair so y'all can see. I've rearranged things. Yes, it looks different. You can see that way. Let's see, I'll try to let y'all look this way too. And move down a little bit. Look at that. Yeah, all the cubes have been redone. All of them. In the back, in that area anyway. Oh, and this thing wants to act up. There we go. That's what happens when you have a cheap tripod. It acts cheaply. Anyway. I didn't reorganize this one over here to my left because it wasn't coming apart. This one back here, it had, the way these cube organizers are set up, they have like this little system where they fit into these little notches, and if they get too much weight on them or whatever, they can pop out of their notches. And so your girl here was shoving stuff in there, and 2 or 3 of the cubes got a little too much on them, and they out of their spot. And the only way to fix it is to take all the yarn out of the cubes, because you have to kind of grab it and pull it back, and maneuver the little wired panels back into place, and you can't do that if they're all full of yarn. And so I had to get, I tend to keep 3 to 4 empty tote boxes handy in case I have to empty stuff and redo with one of those things. And so I emptied it all. I had all that yarn that I bought from Hobby Lobby yesterday, and some other yarn, and my Hirschner's yarn that I got in, which is let's see if I can move right. It's right there. The portion I'm keeping. There's a few skeins that is going to Eva, and so I propped her little froggy and octopi in front of the neon yarn that I'm actually keeping, and the other is packed in a box for her. But in the process of doing all this, I didn't come in here to destash my yarn or to go through every box that I had, 10 tote boxes on top of the boxes that I had filled, to redo that, because I wanted, as I said, well, I might as well redo what I affectionately refer to as the yarnscape. And I'm not the only YouTuber that has that. Guess what? Strawberry water is back, y'all. I had to get it in a can this time because they didn't have any in the bottles, in the 1 liter bottles, but they did have it in cans. They come in 12-pack cans as well as the bottles at Walmart. So yeah, so strawberry water's back in the house. I had all I could take of that Fuji water business. Fuji apple. That's what I mean. See how tired I am? I can't even say the right words. Anyway, so I didn't just unpack 16 cubes of yarn and then reorganize and go and decide what was going back in. I went through all 10 totes and destashed my yarn on top of that, and decided what is going to Eva. Eva thought she was getting 1 box of yarn. Sorry, my eyes are fuzzing up. My allergies and sinuses have been going crazy lately. My throat keeps getting sore from sinus drainage down my throat. People complain about the spring. Oh no, the fall gets me. The fall is getting me. Anyway. But anyhow, so needless to say, when I show up at Eva's house on Sunday, it's going to take Johnny a couple of trips to the van to bring the yarn I'm donating to her. Well, see, she's not only adding to her little stash, and I put little, the emphasis on little, because she hasn't had the funds to enhance her stash, but she had priorities other than yarn. Imagine. Anyway, but she's got a granddaughter that is decided she wants to crochet. Earlier, Eva had already, and Axel sitting next to me, so if you see my arm moving strangely, I'm petting my dog. Here, I'll show you. There's Axel. And the rest of my messy room. Anyway, see if I could set it back down without it falling. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, but she's got a granddaughter that wants to learn to crochet. And so she already taught her how to loom knit. What'd she say, last year? Yeah, I think last year. But she didn't have any looms to just leave with her. And well, that's how I got my start, was loom knitting. I still loom knit hats, sometimes scarves on my looms. And I have some newer looms that I got last year, I think. And then I have some older looms that I started with that there's nothing wrong with. I just wanted newer ones. And so I figured I would take the older ones that there's nothing wrong with and take all those and put them together with a couple of loom picks, and then take some crochet hooks that I know I won't use and put all that stuff together for her grandbaby. And then of course some yarn. So I was already going to do that before I decided today that would be the day that I decided to destash. And because I had all that influx of new yarn for my birthday. And then, yeah, so I had to put it somewhere. You know, my bedroom is not that big. And I don't have a huge place. My house is not that big. The house I rent is not that big. It's a 3-bedroom. But the boys both have their own room, and then I have my bedroom, and the living room is my domain. And in the living room, I have like a love seat that sits right next to the couch, and I have that piled full of whips and yarn and stuff. So that's my other little spot that I have stuff. And I just realized there's yarn and stuff in there that probably needs to be put up too, but that's another day. I just cut all the yarn that was in here that was still in bags from orders put away. I'm not doing that tonight. Oh, and then of course I went to Joann's today because I don't know, because I could, I guess, and they had a good deal going. And we can blame Miss Penny for my new love of brown. Well, we can't blame her for my love of the Karen Colorama Halo, because that's all me. But look at this beauty. I knew they had this, but I didn't know that I would like it so much. I thought, well, I'll get it and I'll see if I like it. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's gorgeous. Imagine me liking brown. You know, I had to email her, right? I emailed Miss Penny and I was like, beautiful brown. Yeah, it's her fault. because I care about her and I wanted to make her something special after she sent me that humongous box of yarn a while back. And I made her the shawl and hat, and you know, and while I was working on that, I just fell in love with the color brown. I was like, wow, this is, and then of course the pearl spun yarn is beautiful, and then the you know, I love this yarn color that I used with it, you know, and it just, wow, it worked up so pretty, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize I liked brown. And so what could be even better is the yarn that I'm currently in love with and the color brown. Boom. So I don't know yet what this will be, but I had to have it. So boom, I got 2 of these, and this color is called Nutmeg Frost. Nutmeg. But yeah, it's a baby. So yeah, I went and got that today. And speaking of things, I want to thank Carla. I can never pronounce her last name. She knows who she is, Carla. I sent her a message on Facebook Messenger, but she may not see it in time. But she sent a belated birthday gift to Will, my oldest son, in the form of a Snoopy, a plushie, a stuffed Snoopy with a lovey, a little, you know, the loveys, in his club colors, in the black and gold color, mustard colored yarn. He's part of a social club, and those are their colors. And so she made him a little lovey, and with Snoopy and the little lovey around its neck, and it come just in time. He's been pretty stressed lately, and he just smiled, he just beamed. It just made him so happy. But Will is very shy, and I did good to get him to do the video about the cards and other stuff that he got for his birthday. So I was not going to ask him to do another video for me over one present. So I hope Carla understands. But he very much appreciated the gift. He very much did. And it was worth $1 million to see him smile and gush over it. It really was. So, and she also sent me a birthday card, and she was equally as generous with me. And this is the card. Does she know me, or does she know me? Okay. Now it's a party. Pawty. Pouty. Is my baby is down here, my fur baby. She got me a personal note in here, and it says, happy birthday, enjoy your day, love and hugs, Carla. Now she did include a Hobby Lobby gift card in here, which is in the living room, and so I thank her very much for that. And she knows that Carla's a very generous person. A while back she gifted my fur babies a big bag of dog food and some milk bones and some marrow bone dog treats. That they're still working on that box of milk bones. They're huge. They're like this big. They're big. But they eat them at night. My dogs are really big already, and I've been cautioned by vets not to over treat them. So I give them to them at night. That's when they get the biscuits, and that's their bribe to come sleep with Mama. Is I give them a treat when we go to bed. So and then I got another birthday card from Antoinette. And she'll forgive me as I don't pronounce her last name. Lasan. It's French. It's a lovely, it starts with an L. And she's from New Iberia, Louisiana, which is south of me. About 3 hours south of me. Maybe a little less. Goodness. Why didn't it? Oh, there it goes. And it says, with turning 50 comes a lot of new journeys. And it's like, it has roads on here. And it says, to the doctors, to the podiatrist, to the eye doctor, happy 50th. And then she wrote me a little note in here. Dearest Amanda, hope your birthday is as special as you are. I truly appreciate you, Antoinette. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too, Antoinette. I love getting cards. It's so sweet. So a couple of birthday cards, and then, oh, and I did start, I know, excuse me, I had talked about that I wasn't going to finish the sparkly vest in the cotton yarn because it was kind of rough on me to work on, and my shoulder's been giving me trouble, and I just didn't want to have to deal with it. So a lot of y'all suggested, well, I'll just whip myself up something for the concert to go with my tank top. I agree. So I've been a whipping a little bit anyway. So I decided that I would use some of my fuzzy yarn. And this cake is trying to go crazy with me. But I decided I would make me a short sleeve cardigan, hexagon, and in this Harbor Frost turquoise color. It's got to go with my outfit, right? And so this, I'm gonna just I'm gonna use 2 cakes. I got another cake in the living room, and I'm just gonna make it short sleeve. I'm not gonna make it real fancy or anything. And I do have some silver thread type ordered with a Michael's order that I still haven't gotten. I think I'm due to get it Thursday. It's just got a couple of cloud cakes in there with some silver thread that I planned on holding together to do a cardigan that in blacks for Will's lady. But I figured if I have enough of that, I might as well try to jazz this up a little bit. I don't know. I may or may not. I may just make this very simple short sleeve cardigan. But I don't know how many of y'all have ever made one of these, but this 400 and I forget how many yards should do the job. But if not, I did get a couple more of the cakes in this color. But this is where I'm at with it. Not quite there yet, but I know that this yarn will go almost, if not real close to 24 rounds. And I'm thinking that probably will be enough for this half. I'm trying to remember how many yards that is. It is 481 yards. So as you can see, I have quite a bit left. So I'm thinking 1 cake per half, and then I have some scrap yarn left over from the Ogo in this color from my last sweater. So I have plenty enough left in scrap yarn to do the finishing work on it. Plus I'm going to finish it out with the Premier Basics in turquoise wood for my cuffs and my neck, you know, for the neckline and all that. So I got enough that should work out just fine. If that silver comes in, I might put that, hold that together with the Premier Basics and do the cuffs and the neck and the, you know, the little lapel ribbing or something. I don't know yet what I'm going to do, but I'm just, you know, playing it by ear, really. Just whipping something up, as somebody said. But this is what 1/2 would look like, you know, when I get it together. But I think 1 cake per side should do the job for a short sleeve cardigan. I really do. Or mid you know, mid sleeve, mid arm, you know, elbow sleeve to my elbow at the longest. I'm not looking for it to be too long, just something because it's going to be after dark when we go, and that kind of thing. But and I don't know if that concert place is going to be too cold or what, and I'm wearing a tank top, so I just want something to maybe, you know, if it is cold there, to knock the chill off my shoulders, you know. So this will definitely do that, because this is despite the furriness, this is not a terribly heavy material. Once you make it, it's a light type sweater. It makes a light sweater, so while it keeps you warm, it doesn't like overheat you. So that's why I like making the sweaters with this yarn so much, because it while keeping you warm, it doesn't like overheat you. Like a lot of acrylics will overheat you really quick, but this doesn't. To me, it doesn't. So but that's what I'm currently working on. And So, my get-together day is Sunday with Eva, and John and I will go down there and take her some goodies, and she's going to make me some chili and cornbread with hot sauce and pie for dessert. So there's that. And now I have 2 gift cards for Hobby Lobby. So there may be another yarn haul in sometime this week. And then I'm waiting on the two little cloud cakes from Michael's. So they're in a different color than what I already have. They only had one other color that I wanted that I didn't have, and so that's what I got, was the one. I forget what color it is. It's warm something, but it's a real kind of a pastel-y color. Surprise, surprise. Y'all really getting all kinds of surprises. But I do like other colors. And you know what, something else is weird? Is this orange yarn back here? This is that Crafter's Secret from Hobby Lobby. I've had that yarn for a couple of years. On the label, it says that both are orange. Of course, they're both orange, but they're 2 different shades. When you look at the dye lot, completely different dye lots. Completely. And so they're completely different shades of orange. Let's see if I can get them out and show you. Let's see if y'all notice. Can y'all tell? Now this shows you where my yarn knowledge has really come very, very far, because I bought this when I didn't know that much about yarn. I just knew I liked this yarn. I liked how it felt, and I liked how it would probably work up. But I was just buying to be buying. And so I didn't know any better. I didn't know to look at lot numbers, look at dye lots. And I definitely did not notice that these are 2 different shades of orange. Isn't that wicked? That is so wicked. So I really want to try my hand at doing a pumpkin. I really want a pumpkin. But I've had so much hand trouble and shoulder trouble lately, I just don't know if I want to put myself through that. But I really want a pumpkin. I really want a crocheted pumpkin. But I don't know if I want to put myself through trying to make one. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm definitely not putting my eyes on one. I think that's just weird. Weird for me anyway. But I may buy some stuffing tomorrow and give it a go. I just might have to do it kind of slowly to keep my hands from hurting. But I have all the orange I could possibly need. I just really want a pumpkin. Is that weird? I'm not a big amigurumi person as far as trying to make one, but hold on. But the pumpkin craze has got me. It got me last year too, and I was like, I really want a pumpkin. The whole fear of missing out thing, I think, has got me. But and the other color you see over there is cranberry and magnolia way. So it's not a white color, it's an off-white color. And I've had them. I bought all of those at around the same time. And I have 2 other. Well, no, I got that Crafter's Secret, those Crafter's Secret bigs, and a few other colors, because I really like working with them. And the yardage is like 800 and something yards. It's wonderful, and it's wonderful yarn. Wonderful yarn. Very smooth, and don't have a lot of knots in them, and you don't get a lot of splittage either. And washes up real good too. So I just like Hobby Lobby yarn altogether. I like lots of different yarn. I don't really. It's really hard for me to pick a favorite, but right now I just the smoothness of the halo right now is just easy. It's just easy on my hands, right, my arm right now, and with it, I don't know. I'm just trying to rest it and go easy on it right now after putting it through all that I put it through it last week. But I did get the blue raspberry sweater off this morning. I did get that sent off today, and so I don't have any other sweaters to be sent off anytime. You know, I don't have any orders or any to be sent off. So no worries there, and you know, that's fine, because I'm kind of wanting to just work on my cardigan right now, and then I'm probably going to start on Christmas presents pretty soon, so that I can get a jump on those. I don't think that I'm going to be laid up, like, you know, I don't think I'm going to be really laid up all that long. Maybe a couple of weeks it might take me to recover as far as surgery goes. Johnny's not going to let me do too much after surgery. He's going to take real good care of me. And so, but I don't think it'll be no problem to crochet and stuff after the surgery. So, and it's in November. I mean, the very beginning of November. So by mid-November, I should be back crocheting full time. So I should be able to get all my stuff done that I want to get done. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of going through my stash like I did today, and just destashing. And I mean, I probably could sell half of the stuff that I'm giving away, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'd rather give it to someone that I know is going to appreciate it. And I can't wait to see the look on her face. I really can't. I'll try to get a little bit of video clip, but I don't know if I will or not, because it gets hectic out there, because I have to walk with my cane when I go out there, because she lives way in the sticks, and the ground is uneven, and it's a lot of rocks and stuff, and so I have to hold on to my cane while I'm walking. It's okay, boo. So this is Theo now next to me, wanting lovin's, but so I have to kind of hold on to things, and then Johnny will be carrying boxes, because I don't carry boxes. I don't carry groceries in the house, and I don't carry boxes. No, when your sons get grown, you stop carrying things. Now, I did carry some groceries into the house today when we went grocery shopping. I did carry, like, the bread and the chips and, you know, the light stuff that I put behind the driver's seat. He carried everything that was in the back hatch of the van. I have a minivan, so yeah. Yeah, that was not a big deal. But we're good for groceries for another couple of weeks, hopefully, because I really hate going to the grocery store. Really do. But because it's noisy, and it's a lot of people, and my anxiety kicks in, and all those people and all that noise, it just gets kind of crazy hectic. And especially when you run into situations where they don't have your strawberry water in the bottle, you had to buy it in a can. And then I forgot to get something. I forget what it was I forgot. Oh yeah, some personal item I forgot to get, but that's okay. They were complaining about the toilet seat, wanting me to replace the toilet seat, so apparently that's a thing. I don't have to lift it up to go, so it doesn't bother me. But apparently ours is the part where, you know, they have to lift it up, it won't stay up. So it's broken, apparently. I never noticed. Doesn't bother me. But I've been told to get another one. And I hope they know that I'm not putting it on. They're doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But anyway, I don't do manual things like that anymore. That's what I got grown children for. No. I do laundry. I pay all the bills. I manage all that. But I worked my butt off to get them to this stage in life. It's their turn. Right? Anyway, I do for them. Don't let that fool you, you know. if they get sick or it's their birthday or whatever, I wait on them hand and foot. You know, if they need something, they have it. It's just when they're healthy and able-bodied, I let them do the stuff that I don't feel like doing. So, you all right over there, Theo? Anyway, that's about all I got for y'all tonight. I hope y'all are having a wonderful night. I'm going to go grab my charger and go to the living room and crochet and watch Vera. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a detective show on BritBox called Vera. And I'm big into British murder mystery cop shows and stuff. I love British TV and British murder mystery shows. And Vera is one of my favorites. And Vera is a detective chief inspector in North Cumberland, I think is the name of the town. And she solves murder cases, and the ones that no one else will solve. And she's very quirky. She runs around in a trench coat and a bucket hat and lives in the country by herself in her dad's old farm, and drives a big old Land Rover that has seen better days. And she's demanding, and she's a taskmaster, and she takes no prisoners, and she accepts no excuses. But she has a heart of gold, and she gets the job done, and she expects those around her to do the same. And I just love her to pieces. The actress that plays her, Brenda Blethyn, I think is how they probably pronounce that. But I've seen her in other things. There was another show that she did. It was a comedy show. I can't remember. Something in Koji. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. But it was also on BritBox. And she was so funny. It was a complete 180 from her Vera character. And oh my God, I laughed so much. So much. But it was kind of like she was Vera, but like all the politeness and all the, you know, holding her tongue that she does as Vera was completely gone. And all that tactfulness that she exudes as Vera was gone. And she just became this rageaholic, completely hilarious, you know, just saying exactly what comes to mind and right out of her mouth, no filters, nothing. And it was just came out as hilarity. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I absolutely love this. And it's the show is set up, she's like a diner owner, and on the coast, and it's got to be in this, it almost feels like in the same area as where Vera is, because it's on the coast. And then her counterpart is like this immigrant from, I guess, Africa. And he's a doctor over in Africa, but he's not a doctor in England. And he's trying to immigrate and get a green card. And so, but he can't treat people in England. But what ends up happening is that he gives it medical advice for free meals, because the village people will come and ask his advice and either buy him a meal, or she will feed him for free because he helped the people that came into the restaurant and eat and pay. And so it's just, and then she has a whole vendetta against the mayor, and oh my goodness, it is so funny. I will try to go look and find the name of it for y'all and tell y'all tomorrow night. But it's something in Koji, Katie or something. Something. It starts with a K. But it, oh my gosh, so funny. But it's just like, but I still see Vera in her, but in a funny way, because her hair's fixed different, she dresses different, but she still has that, you know, that fire, that is got to be part of the actress's personality. You know, she just carries part of her personality in the character she plays. And so it's just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I've only ever seen her in Vera and then this other part, but she's fantastic. She's absolutely fantastic. And I know she's in her, I want to say she's in her late 60s, early 70s, but she holds her age very well. She's very pretty. And I mean, you wouldn't know it by looking at her on Vera that she's pretty, but if you Google her, she's really pretty. So you're just kind of like, whoa, that's Vera, you know, like, yeah, that's her. But yeah, it's good stuff. I love that kind of thing. But BritBox is full of really good TV shows, really good stuff. And some of them are like have already been run their complete cycle as far as the series goes, you know, and they're canceled show programs that that they just have the entire series of on there. Oh, I can't think of the name of it, but there's one that was based in Scotland that was really good, and they have the whole series, a whole like 5 or 6 seasons of that on there, and several cop shows. I think there's one on there called The Bill that is really good, and it ran for a lot of seasons. And so I think I've always been into British TV shows ever since I was little, and I watched them on PBS and Masterpiece Theater, and they would always have British TV shows all the way back to all kinds of stuff. Julia Child and her cooking shows. I used to watch those right along with Justin Wilson and his Cajun cook shows. Justin Wilson taught me how to cook, okay? Y'all might not know who Justin Wilson was, but they actually have him on YouTube. If you Google if you search on YouTube Justin Wilson, you'll see who I'm talking about. And he teaches you how to cook Cajun food. At the same time, he tells you some really funny stories. But if you pay attention to what he's doing, he will teach you how to cook. And he's it's really good. But I learned how to do a lot of cooking from him as a young person, because my mom wasn't around. She worked. And so yeah, I watched a lot of Justin Wilson, and he kept me in stitches. He's so funny. So yeah, if you get a chance, do a Google search for Justin Wilson. You won't be sorry. You think I'm funny? You hadn't heard anything. But yeah, and Julia Child, she's funny. I just like to listen to her talk because she was funny. I don't think I really learned any of the cooking stuff she was doing. I just like to listen to her talk. But anyway, I guess I'm like 10 minutes past the time that I was going to wrap. But thank you for tuning in. Please remember that I love you, and so does Jesus. And I will, oh, and of course, adopt, don't shop. Your best friend's waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. Mine are chilling out on my bed. As soon as I get up from here, they will follow me to the living room. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Bye now.